All right, y'all. Professor X here. I want to send a shout out to the entire Anoa family over the passing of Rocky Johnson, one half of WWE's first black tag team champions alongside Tony Atlas. With that being said, there were some issues at his funeral with a couple of uninvited guests, or they weren't uninvited, but they shouldn't have been there. To me, they're uninvited guests. We're talking about Vince McMahon and Patterson. Now, first off, Vince McMahon gets up and says Rocky did one good thing in his life. He married Ada and had some kids, and then walked off the platform in the same strut that he uses on TV. And then Patterson, who just turned 81 and must be literally senile, gets up and said, calls Rocky a motherfucker, and started this vulgar rant about how worthless Rocky was, and he had to be dragged off the platform. Also, Patterson used the word goddamn and shit during his speech. So there was a lot of frustration and drama at his funeral. And there was also some frustration about the preacher speaking for more than an hour, and he allegedly was very negative towards pro wrestling. I concur with that because pro wrestling is a devil's paradise, full of racism, drugs, molestation. Actually, if you think about it, if it was up to the medical profession and law enforcement, wrestling should be banned more than football or baseball. Now, the funeral was originally supposed to take place at a much smaller venue in front of 100 close friends and family, and that's all that funeral should have been: friends and family. I don't care if he was a wrestler or in the wrestling business. Two people, and both are known to be racist, Vince McMahon especially, and Patterson, who's basically not just racist, but a molester and a criminal because of his criminal acts towards wrestlers. We're talking sexual assaults against Roddy Piper and others, et cetera, et cetera. Those two son of a bitches should not have been at this funeral. And I don't know what the fuck Vince McMahon was doing there. He only did one good thing in his life. He married out and had some kids. Now, Dwayne, this is to you. I'm sure, I know you were there because he was your father. Why didn't you take Vince outside and beat the shit out of him? At least after the funeral. That's what I would have done. I'd have did like Bret Hart did, knocked his ass out and be done. And then I'd have approached Pat Patterson and beat the shit out of his 81-year-old ass. I mean, these people are uncouth and no class, and these are celebrities. And this is a funeral, mind you, of a good man who had a great son, who's doing great things. I would not tolerate this. I don't care if I did work for WWE, and I don't care how much I would lose by beating the shit out of Vince McMahon. It's about principle, and it's about the honor of your father. Both those pieces of shit insulted the legacy and honor of your father while he lays dead in that casket in front of you. I would not tolerate that. So, Dwayne, I hope you see this because I am going to send it to you on your Twitter. This is something you should think about. But y'all leave your thoughts and comments. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.